How y'all doing? No, I'm getting doggone well. Just checking in. Good morning to you. Good morning. Yes, my son had his alarm. I don't know why he said it. He don't get up. Yeah, I don't understand either. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, sir. Well, and I think with him, I've gotten. Oh, y'all, this treadmill is real. It's the real deal. Um, it's much quieter. I'll say that it's much quieter than the one I had before. Oh my God, I don't even know King's Eye. I don't even know why he had the alarm on. He's not getting up. It's summertime. He's not even going to be getting up like that. But okay, it's fine. Good morning, Transparency Tech. I got a lot of new faces, so let me introduce myself and talk to you a little bit about who I am and what I do. Good morning, good morning. My name is Martine Brown, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have morning motivations. That's where I just try to give you a little bit of encouragement to help you push the needle. In this quarter, starting quarter three, I've actually had to reduce my workload so that I could just be a better human being with my family, better human being to myself, and not be so hard on myself to get the work done. All right, we talk business, we talk AI. I give you strategies and tips. Today, I'm going to be hollering out some ChatGPT prompts that you're going to be able to use. Good morning, King's Eye. Good morning. Glad you're here. All right. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. Welcome. Today, I'm also, and y'all are going to see me do this more and more often, I'm going to be bridging in different products and services that I offer. Today, we're going to be, in all this month, we're going to be going through the Let Them book. Now, let me be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you every tink and tittle that's in this book. Okay? That's not what this is. What I am going to do is give you a high level top review. It's more book study style. So you do need to get the book. I can only find hardcover. I couldn't find any soft covers. And so I went ahead and just grabbed the book. It's in my shop. It's I think it's going for $25 right now. But look, you can go to your library. You can listen to it as the Audible, whatever you want to do. But this is the book I'm going to be referencing. And that is what we're going to focus on. Also, yes, I'm still trying to get my water up. And so today, I'm going to be featuring my Water H Boost. I haven't talked about it in a while. I'm not going to talk about these products all the time. But at least once or twice a week, you're going to hear me stop and make mention of these products. All right. I am a TikTok affiliate, and it's one of the ways that I can grow my business. So I'm going to leverage that, and I'm going to share it with you. All right. Hey, young Abe, give it a go. Give it a go, young Abe. All right. So it's a little bit about me. Those are the two products that I'm featuring this week. You're going to see the Let Them book by Mel Robbins all this month. And I really just want to encourage you to grab the book and let's do it together. All right, grab the book and let's do it together. Okay, I'm gonna give you some few things, but the richness of this book and what I like about it is Mel Robbins does a good job. Like, she doesn't put herself outside of the book. All right, she's like, nah, I do this. These are the ways that I was immature, or these are the ways I've tried to do blank, blank, blank. Good morning, Ni Hao. All right. So they really did a great job. Good morning, pretty kitty. She really did a great job of making sure she examined herself and not just speak as a thought leader, which I really like. And I think those of you who are going to be reading the book are going to really like as well. All right. So good morning, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Miss Samela, are we inside or outside today? Let me know. Toya, how was your weekend? Crystal, how was your weekend? Toya, my husband won't sleep through the alarm as long, but that doggone son of mine, baby, he'll sleep all night. He'll sleep all morning. I didn't think y'all could hear it, so I was like, I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm glad y'all pointed it out. It's like, why did you even set this alarm if you aren't even going to, you know? Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. We down for the count. Okay. Well, I hope that your head feels better. And I'm glad you decided to pop in anyway. You're going to do a little nurturing for the mind while the body heals. Are you having a little bit of pain or tension? Or are you going to have to go see the doctor? Let me know. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for joining me, even though the body wouldn't agree with you. Good morning, Miss Pamela. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm excited to get into this discussion. Pick up the Let Them book. That's what we're going to be using to guide our conversations. Last month, we went through the Kaizen principles. And this month, we're going to be going through Let Them. That's the focus. Oh, Lord. Let me go get my notes. There it is. All right, so the good part about today is I'm not going to be going too heavily into any strategies around the Let Them book. All right, this is kind of like our prelude. It's our before we begin diving in. Also, again, I'm not giving you every single strategy in this book. I really want you to read it, and I want us to talk about it together. Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions. I want you to drop your insights in the chat. My dream would be to have someone come on live and we talk about it back and forth. That would be the dream. Okay? Because this is about community and helping each other become better human beings. It's very, very important to me that I try to be the best person I can be. Good morning, Mr. Corey. That's my goal. I don't always reach it. I'm hella imperfect. I do things that are not right, but I'm always trying. And what I've realized is everybody's not trying. Sometimes people's fears, their traumas, create some things in them that they keep repeating over and over. And it's keeping them further and further away from where they're trying to go. So, I invite you to grab these books. I really think I'm going to do a book a month. We'll see. And I'm going to hit the high notes. You're going to always need the book to go deeper. And let's get better together. Okay? What in the heck does this have to do with business? Everything. Because if you're working on internal self-improvement, you're going to be a better business person. You're going to navigate your business more effectively, efficiently. And it doesn't matter how many tools you know. It doesn't matter how many classes you take. Remember, I'm someone who teaches classes all the time. None of that matters if in here isn't right. If in here, in that mind, if your mind isn't right, the rest doesn't matter. Because you're not able to clear the field to do the work. Because your heart's not in the right place and your mind is not in the right place. All right? So, Mel Robbins' book came out. It is called Let Them. Okay? And it's about creating boundaries, healthy boundaries. We love to say, I'm going to protect my peace. I'm here to tell you, you're protecting your peace all wrong. A lot of us believe that if we shut people out, if we stop talking to them, if we block them on social media, that by itself is protecting our peace. But oftentimes, good morning, Miss Yolanda, it's not. Because if every time there's a challenge or a problem with another person and your immediate response is to block, it's not effective. You have an awesome day as well, Yolanda. If the first step, the minute someone angers you, upsets you, is to block them, then you haven't let go of anything. and you aren't protecting your peace the way you think you are. If your block list is starting to become as long as your friend list, you got to do some reevaluation on what it is you're doing, because you're not protecting your peace. Good morning. Who was that? Give them grace. Good morning. How are you doing? This week and all this month, we're going to be talking about the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. All right? And we're going to be working through how we can more effectively and positively create boundaries with people. All right? So, before we get into it, we need to talk about why this even matters and what kinds of people need this book. Okay? So, here we go. People pleasers, where you at? People pleasers, where you at? Where are you? Stand up, come to the front of the room. I know you will, because you people please anyway. All right? You're the people who say, oh yeah, I can bake 60 cupcakes for school tomorrow, even though I'm exhausted, I'm tired. You're the folks that are caught in the trap of people pleasing for your parents, people pleasing for your children. You're the person that puts so much weight and shame and guilt on yourself because you didn't get the dance outfit quite right, because your child didn't make XYZ, because you're not meeting your mother or your father's expectations. You carry this rock, and you literally walk around trying to please your spouses, trying to please your children, even at the detriment of your own self. Good morning, people pleaser. You're in the right place. In the business world, you keep giving that client free revisions and not charging them. In the business world, you think that if all you do is give away freebies, then you're being successful. Because you're still waiting for people to believe that your business is worthy. So you give away a bunch of stuff. You're the freebie queen. You got 17 lead magnets and 2 products. But you don't really talk about the products. You just talk about giving everything away. People pleaser, come on to the front. You might as well. You're a people pleaser. I'm asking you to. You know you're going to do it. Charlene says, recovering freebie queen. Hey, we listen and we do not judge. All right? So people pleasers, we know you in recovery. And if you're not in recovery, okay, then it's my hope that by the end of this, you're starting to create more boundaries for yourself in a healthy way so that you can move forward in your life and your business. Third and fourth quarter is coming. Your people-pleasing mindset is keeping you from the money that you said you needed to create the legacy you want from your family. That's the problem. You're willing to do everything for everyone else, but you're not willing to do anything for you. You cancel all of your things for your business because now your baby say they need XYZ. Your spouse says they need XYZ. Your girlfriend says she needs XYZ. You don't work on your paid client work. You work on the free stuff for your mama. I'm going to let y'all settle in on that. Because I know this applies to some people. I know that it does. Real quick, those of you that are just popping in, we are doing the Let Them Theory. We're doing a book study. Grab your copy. It is pinned to the shop. I will put it in the Morning Motivations community as well. All I was able to find was the hardback book. Good morning. So this is what we're talking about. If you're like, what is she talking about? This is it. It's a book by Mel Robbins. All right. I knew once I took this down, I'd have a hard time to walk and put it back. There we go. All right. Get your copy. Pick it up. If you're an Audible girl, I'm an Audible girl. Go download it. You've got 10 Audible credits. Uh-huh. Because you don't have time to listen to a book. Because every time you sit down and get still and listen to a book, somebody else's stuff becomes more important. Those of you who got 10, been paying for the Audible subscription 6 months. Let's talk about it some more. You've got all these subscriptions you're paying for your business, but you don't actually do anything with the subscriptions because you're so busy with everybody else's things. Because in your mind, you've made up in your mind that some part of you is not worthy of the time that you scheduled for yourself. I've done it. I've done it more often than I care to admit. Question, is this treadmill loud? My other treadmill was really loud. So I wonder if it's better now. Let me know. I'm going to drink some water though, because I'm sure I'm sweating way more than I was on my other treadmill. Uh-oh. Let me pause. Now, I'm pausing because I want y'all to think about this. Okay? Crystal, you know you ain't been in your Audible long in a while. When you open up that Audible, it tell you how many credits you have. Most people have that $16, $17 a month plan that gives you 3 Audible credits. When you got 10, that means you ain't read or listened to nothing in months. That's how we know. That is how we know, honey. Y'all go open up them Audibles and download Let Them so we can read it together. If you're more of a hardcover or a physical book, head on to my shop, grab the books. I'm going to be talking about themes from the book. I would love for you to come with questions. I want to talk to you about it. And I'm going to throw in some ChatGPT prompts that I think will help you move forward in the book. All right, so that's kind of my little freebie that I'm doing during these calls. I'm going to give you some prompts that tie back to this book. We're also going to be looking at business examples, personal examples, because I'm really starting to realize the more I work on being a better human being, then the better business person I can be. But it's a process and it takes time. All right. So, people pleaser. This book is for you. Okay, not a lot of people I find do this, but we'll talk about it. Entrepreneurs, business people who spiral every time the algorithm doesn't do what you want it to do. All right, so here's what I mean. You're constantly checking your TikTok data, your Instagram data, and you don't understand why nobody's liking your stuff or sharing your stuff. You post on the Facebook, but it never goes anywhere. Or you don't post anything at all because you have fears about why it's not successful. Good morning, V. Glad to have you this morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Brandon. We're doing the Let Them theory, and today I'm telling you who this book is for. Good morning, Michelle. Michelle, I want you to come on Sundays with TRM. I'm going to send you a message. All right? So, this book is for everyone. First, we said people pleasers. So, if you're a people pleaser, this book is for you. If you're that entrepreneur that is not consistent, okay? You're not consistent, but a lot of your lack of consistency lies in That fear around not being successful. That fear about people seeing you live. That fear about people silently judging. And they probably are. This book is going to help you unpack some of that. All right? One, your friend got 50,000 views. You got 2. And now you rethinking your entire content strategy. You start over from scratch. You posted 2 times in the month of June, but you can't understand why nobody bought anything from you in June. You taking more social media classes, knowing good doggone well you're not going to do anything different. You were not showing up to co-working sessions because everything else is more important. The algorithm's going to do what it's going to do. You can't beat it. The only thing you can do is be consistent. Y'all understand? Then lastly, this book is for anybody who's tired. Aren't you tired of explaining yourself to everyone? Aren't you tired of defending yourself to everyone? Aren't you tired of trying to persuade people? We're about to get into holiday season as well. Holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, homecoming. Auntie keeps asking, so when are you getting a real job? I mean, I see you do your little AI stuff. Oh, honey, I don't do that little AI stuff. But when you don't think it's about time that you do something real? ChatGPT don't seem to do all of that. You need a job, honey. You need benefits. And instead of you letting them be who they're going to be because you can't change them, you around here trying to explain your business, explain yourself. Okay. That's what you're doing. You done got in an argument with your auntie knowing that your auntie ain't nothing but a walking trigger. They literally prepare their mind around who they gonna hurt at the family gathering. All right, thank you, V. All right. Y'all gotta be tired of explaining yourself to people. They don't get the AI. They don't want to get the AI. So you gotta ground yourself in some new truths, and we're gonna look at what some of these are through the book, because they're not going to get it. You can't persuade people to see your own value. There's nothing, if they can't see it, there's nothing that's going to change that. People are going to question you. They're going to doubt you. They're going to judge your actions. And for a long time, you don't woe yourself out trying to convince them that you're worthy of the decision that you made. And I said, auntie, but you can replace that you're worthy of the decision that you made. And I said, auntie, but you can replace auntie. You can replace auntie with. All right, y'all. I had my Wi-Fi and stopped. It probably stopped over here too. I better get on this treadmill. I'm trying to check my Wi-Fi because this happened last week. My YouTube was cut by 30 minutes because I had lost the Wi-Fi, so then my YouTube did not continue. All right, so let's talk about it. I gave you 3 groups of people. People pleasers in recovery. If you're not in recovery, let's spend these next couple weeks getting there. Every time you see someone, this is comparison. Every time you see someone winning, you go back and you redo a whole bunch of stuff that you ain't even tried yet. You spiral every time you see other people's success. And you run off and take more classes that you didn't need to take because you hadn't done what you're supposed to do in the first set of classes. And those of you who spend a lot of time trying to explain, defend, and persuade people that you have value. If you're a Christian, then you know that God is the only one who can assess your value. We're going to be using the let them theory to help us become more grounded and set healthy boundaries. So many of us got a long behind block list. Oh, honey, I blocked her. Oh, honey, I ain't got to deal with that. I blocked her. I got to protect my peace. And you ain't protecting nothing. Not in a healthy way. Not in a way that's honest. You're spending so much time figuring out who you're gonna hurt with your silence. That at the end of the day, you're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself. I know you think because the block list is heavy. It's a lot of people you need to unblock because you haven't created enough authentic emotional security to still engage with them. And I'm gonna hit you where it hurts this morning on this. This is a little off topic, but I ride away with me. Thank you, V. I appreciate you. Y'all be on these people's job where they pay you, tolerating all kinds of behavior. You can't block them from the Teams call. You can't block that person's email. You have the complete ability to engage in relationships at work, where you work. You can smile, communicate, collaborate with people that you say you can't stand. But then you get into your home life, you get into your business, you get into your personal life, and baby, it's block, 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 block. Block it like it's hard, block it like it's hard. And it's isolation. And we were not meant to be in isolation. There's a better way to do it. The let them theory gives you strategies on how to do it. All right? But on that job, boy, you be having the emotional security of a priest. Let me read these comments. Man, thank you, V. Thank you, V. I appreciate you. Let's see. Harmony says, this Michelle, you're preaching. This correlates with this month's midweek mindset. Okay, sis. Then it must be the truth because you and I didn't even talk about this beforehand. We didn't even talk about this beforehand. So it must be what everybody needs. We didn't even coordinate, but we're coordinated. Let's see, V says we have to stop wasting energy. Yes. Yes. We have to stop wasting energy on what we can't control. And that's what a lot of this people pleasing is about too. In my Janet Jackson voice, control. We steady think we control things. We can control things. We believe that we can. And we're actually not in control of much. And the things that we are in control of or that we should be controlling, we'll be talking about it this month. Yeah, we think the bubble wrap is safe. It's a lie though. It's a lie. We think that the bubble wrap we put around ourselves is the perfect safety. And it's a lie. Because every time something comes up, and you start acting out of character, you start treating people with cruelty, you start trying to isolate or hurt them or crush them with your behavior, with your attitude, instead of having the honest, true conversations that you should be having, and you're destroying yourself. You could be destroying your business as well. All right? So let's go. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like any of these things have shown up in your life. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me check in. Has any of this shown up in your life in any way? Put a 1 in the chat. Let me hear it. I'm not going to dig into your business. You know who, what, when, where, how, why. If you got a little notepad, because everybody doesn't walk with me, and that's okay. All right? If you got a little notepad, I want you to take some time and jot it down. Is it your people pleasing? Is it comparing yourself to others so much so that you literally get further and further behind? Because the reality is somebody's always going to be performing better. Is it you spend a lot of time? Baby, some of y'all could run a marathon without much you're having to explain, defend, and persuade people that you have value. Good morning, the love. Good morning. All right. Now, in our businesses, it might look like people are undercutting in your niche. All right. This happens a lot on Etsy. You price it at $10. You look up, somebody selling it for $2.25, and they damn near done copied yours. All right. So we're going to be looking at the let them theory. Okay. Let them essentially is radical permission. Let them doubt. Let them delay. Let them gossip. Let them underprice. All right. For the first time in a long time, we're going to use this book. Y'all to spend so much time like this. This is the stance that you've been living your life. And over the course of this month, I'm going to ask you to live your life like this. All right? Those of you that weren't watching the screen, I'll do it again. You spent so much of your life with your hands balled up, ready to fight, ready to defend, ready to explain. You spend so much of your life like this, carrying other people, carrying the weight of their problems, carrying their excuses, carrying their tasks. These two stances are keeping you from performing well in your business. Or maybe you're carrying them on the back of your back. Let me hit y'all with one. Y'all not going to like it. Some of y'all got sons that you've carried a little bit too long. Some of y'all have daughters that you've carried a little too long. We have to let them. We've got to learn to open our hands, open our heart, and give a radical permission. That's what Mel Robbins calls it. It's radical permission. All right? Let them doubt. Let them delay. Let them gossip. Let them underprice. Because when you do that, you are putting yourself in a conservation mode. What does conservation mean? Save. What are you saving? Your energy. And it doesn't mean that you're going to stop talking to them. It doesn't mean that you're going to block them. It doesn't mean that you're going to treat them poorly. If you have children, they shouldn't be blocked out of your life. You've got to let them. And that conservation, that saving of energy allows you to work more. It's going to give you an opportunity to grow. And the next thing you put out is going to be that much more effective. Because you have let go of people pleasing. You have let go of leading your life on defense. And that you've quit allowing comparison to drive everything that you do. Good morning, Miss Linda. Join me. Let's do this together. Let's do it together, y'all. Oh, thank you. Michelle. Michelle said, let them learn. These grown children, I had to learn that lesson. You got to let them learn. My son was, when he first got out the house, that was his biggest thing. His biggest thing, for as much as I had in my mind on what I thought it should look like and on the best route, his biggest request was, I need to go learn and figure this out. I need to chart my own path. Anybody with grown kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's very, very hard to let them. But that's what we're going to be focused on. Okay? This isn't apathy. This isn't isolation. This is having a precise sense of clarity about where your power begins and where your power ends. I'm going to say that twice because I need you, because it's one of the things that is keeping you from moving forward in your business. Okay? This isn't about being apathetic. This isn't about blocking everyone. It is having a lot of clarity about where your power begins and where their power ends in your life. And when you have that clarity, you're going to have a sense of freedom like no other. And you're going to be able to run your business with confidence. So here's some common struggles that we're going to talk about. Feeling undercutted, feeling copied. We're going to talk about, because that happens a lot. People talk about this a lot. Such and such copied me. Such and such stole from me. We're going to talk about how you can navigate those emotions. Yeah, Miss Linda says sometimes there's power in the silence. Sometimes you got to take that back. Okay? And we're going to look at how the let them theory is going to help you feel a lot more safe. Okay? Other struggles we're going to address. People saying they're going to, yeah, girl, I'm going to buy your services. And they ghost you. How do we manage that? We're going to let them disappear so that you can focus on nurturing fresh leads. Maybe you need to do automation. Maybe you need to quit chasing these people who say they're going to do the work. They're going to purchase the services and then they don't. Maybe for you, it's family that's doubting your side hustle. You on that computer too much. All you care about is that computer stuff, that AI stuff. They roll their eyes and they chuckle. You're going to let them. You're going to track the wins that you have for yourself, not for them. Track your wins. Put them on your calendar. And if you're saying, well, shoot, I ain't got no wins. Yeah, you do. You just allowed their voice to be so loud in your head that you can't even see them. And if you don't have any wins, you need to assess what you're doing. Because there's some things you're not doing to get where you're trying to go. All right? So those are some things that we're going to address throughout this month. Feeling like you're being cheated or undercut. The struggles you have with getting and even maintaining. Good morning, Ann, clients, and even your family. They may actively doubt that this side hustle you're doing has the potential to be successful. They may doubt it. And that's okay. We're going to let them. Remember, we're not going to keep our hands up in fight mode anymore. Bring those hands down. Take your power back. Because you spend so much time fighting, you don't have time or energy to actually do the work. All right? Finish this sentence. If you want to put it in the chat, you can, but you don't have to. Finish this sentence. I keep wasting energy on. I keep wasting energy on. Finish that sentence. Write it down. Or you can put it in the chat, but no pressure. I keep wasting energy on conversations that don't serve me. I keep kikiing on the phone with my friend instead of doing my work. I keep sleeping in late when I know I need to be up and taking them 2 hours in the morning. I keep binge watching movies, then watch all of Tyler Perry's everything this summer, but don't have 3 social media posts to show for your work this summer. All right? You don't have to put it in the chat, but I invite you to. I invite you to. I keep wasting energy on, fill in the blank. So, what we got to do is we got to do a better job of how we talk to ourselves. What we say to ourselves. That's what we need to work on. Not arguing with people, not defending our expertise, because we're going to let them down. But we can also let AI help us gather some receipts. All right? So, collect information about your niche. This is an idea I came up with. Okay? Here's a ChatGPT prompt. So those moments when you feel like you're always having to defend what it is you're going to do or what it is you're working on. Go pull some data that helps calm those fears and nerves. Okay? So here's the ChatGPT prompt. Give me 3 current data points proving growth in my industry. Site sources. Has to be less than 3 years old and 150 words. All right, I'm going to repeat it. On YouTube, I will put the prompt in the Morning Motivations community. I will drop the prompt. Okay? Good morning, Rosie. I think that's Rosie. Good morning. I'm going to drop it. All right, so don't feel like you got to rush to write it down. Chill. Chill. Chill out. I'm just saying out loud, and I will put it in the community, and I will put it in on the YouTube replay. So it'll be there. So YouTubers, when you get to this point, go pull it out of there. Give me 3 current data points proving growth in, you put your industry, site sources, less than 3 years old, 150 words. If you want to get fancy with it, use deep research. Okay? That is one way that you can work towards leaving this space of defending your expertise and ground yourself and what's true. AI is a booming industry. Journals is I don't care how many journals are out there. Journals is a booming industry. Clack fans are selling out everywhere. So when family says, I don't know why you buying all this craft stuff, all these clack fans, I don't even like that song. I don't even like that little boots on the ground song. People don't be buying stuff. Don't engage with them. If it affects your spirit, if you feel the urge to defend or explain, pause. Go do your own research. Ask ChatGPT to give you 3 current data points proving that clack fans are in potential industry. Ask it for sources. Anything less than 3 years old. 150 words. Or you can take my class on market research because I've done it for you. Alright? So, here are your assignments. Secure the book. You can get it in my shop. I've been only able to find hardback. I don't know. Alright? But get your book. Kindle, audio, library, purchase your own. I recommend purchasing your own so you can highlight, underline, sticky note that bad boy. Put it in your ears and listen to it. The audible version is being read by the author. She's doing a fantabulous job. Let's get the book read. I would love to ask questions based on the book. I'd love to do it. I'd love to do it. I'm nervous though because I'm like, are people gonna read? I don't know. All right, cool. I see you. Good morning, Crafty Tay. We're doing a book study on the let them theory. Just read. I've been going back and forth on that. I'm going to keep my questions really broad. Because I would say maybe read the prologue, maybe the first couple chapters. Let me think on that, Charlene. Because I didn't want to, I was struggling with, do I sit out this rigid schedule and then people feel like they can't keep up? Or do I ask broad questions and kind of give y'all an idea ahead of time of these are the chapters I'm going to be focusing on? So let me think on it. Because I want everybody to feel like they can engage whether they get the book or not. But because I'm not going to go so deep into the book live, let me think on it. But I will put a message in the morning motivations, whichever way I decide. I need to think on it a little bit. Okay? Other things I want you to do. Okay? We talk about people pleasing. We talk about comparison and how we allow comparison to slow us down. Because we start redoing stuff, trying to keep up with somebody we have no business trying to keep up with. All right? I want you to brain dump 10 things that steal your peace. Brain dump 10 things that steal your peace, that you allow on a regular basis to take away from the calm that you need to do your work. All right? And then I'm going to give you a ChatGPT prompt. So you get 2 today. And yes, I'm going to put it on the YouTube, and I'm going to put it on the YouTube and in the Morning Motivations community. So don't flip out on me. I got you. All right. So here's the, I want you to come up with a mantra. So when these triggers happen, you got something to roll with. Write a 100-word let them mantra when that specific trigger, whatever it is. And the tone should be bold and encouraging. All right? Whatever the trigger is, whatever that thing that spirals you right on out, that puts you behind, that breaks boundaries, that causes you to prioritize other people and put your business to the side. Write a 100-word, let them mantra for when the trigger, whatever that is, and the tone is going to be bold and encouraging. Screenshot it, save it to your phone. Review it regularly. Okay? All right. Let me go and read some comments. Yeah, I agree with V. I think you're gonna love it. Yes, because I know you got bills. Okay, I know you got some. Because I got some. We all have them. Matter of fact, every time this hit me. Every time you create a freebie, you use things you spent money on to create said freebie. Every time you create a free item, you then, every time you create a free item, you then use things that you invested your money in to create said free item. We got to flip the script on that. All right? Thank y'all for the love. We had 36K, 3,600 hearts. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the gifts. And I appreciate you being here. We have quite a large group. So I appreciate y'all for being here today. It's Monday. If you missed Regina's class last week, you missed the gym. Patreon subscribers, the replay is available now. I want to say it's available. If not, I'll ask it. This Friday, let me go in order. Tonight is Mid-Journey Mondays. Mid-Journey Mondays are back. Okay. Yes. Listen, I know you got bills because I got bills. We got bills together. We creating bills to create this business, girl. So we have to charge people. And you know what I realized? They will pay. They will pay what they can afford. And if they can't, we're going to let them. Because I promise you with everything in my soul, this is what I know for sure. Because I've seen it happen over and over again. They will take your free things and purchase from someone else. So they do have it. But you have not done, and when I say you, I'm talking about me. I have not done enough of an effective job to persuade my audience that I'm worth being invested into financially. And that's not on that other person. That's on me. That's on me. And ain't on the other person. They've done the job that they're supposed to do to convince that person that they are worthy of being purchased from. Ain't on them. It ain't their job to make sure you're worthy. That's a you thing. And when you come to the place of recognizing that's a you thing, it's going to totally revolutionize what you're doing. Man, listen, Michelle said, honey, running your business will test your own accountability. Sure will. Crystal said, I buy from everybody. She said she buy from everybody. You understand? Yes. Shirley says, Coach, I've seen it with my own eyes last week alone. Yes. It happens all the time. And it's not, ain't nobody told you to Ain't nobody told me to emphasize my freebies so much that I forget about my paid opportunities. Crystal, I can't say that. I don't buy from everyone. And I can't afford it. That's one. But I've had to learn to, like, for me, I've had to be a lot more, um, I've had to do a lot more internal check-ins about, do I need to buy this? Or is there some part of me that could really do this myself with the right tools? So I had to kind of shift. But I will say, Crystal, there have been times I've purchased things just to support people. I've done that. I've done that. Yeah, I think as a business owner, you really have to decide how invested you are in outsourcing versus insourcing. Yeah, it took me a minute to be there, but I'm getting there better. Side project, this is not related, but I think we should all do it. I'm doing it. Go look through your bank statement and let's get rid of some things. Go through your bank statement and it's time to get rid of some things. You're not doing what you said you were going to do when you purchased it. And I think that'll help. All right. Y'all, I love this new treadmill. It's ultra quiet. Whew. I am sweating and I ain't even walking that fast. Every time I paused, it officially, I'm like, I didn't even know what I was missing, bro. I had no idea. All right, so let's talk about what's going on. Sundays with TRM was excellent yesterday. If you missed it, the replay will be available today. I'll be sending it out today. Tonight we have Mid-Journey Mondays with Regina, sharing all of her Mid-Journey madness. There will be no Color Me Calm this Tuesday. Talia's got some work to do, so she won't have it. Friday, it's a Crafting Girl Summer with Talia. So Friday, Talia's going to host her repurposing notes class. So make sure you check out all my friends at all their places or join TRM Learning. Tier 3, which is our highest premium package, is $97 a month. In that package, you get all 3 classes. People that join this week get all 3 classes from this month and all 3 classes for next month. Good morning, Brother Dean. Okay. So those of you who become members, this week you get last week, last month, and this month's courses. Okay? And I think that's it for us this week. We'll be kicking off another month of classes. All right. So we're studying so that we can apply this knowledge to our business, y'all. That's all this is about. All right. What are we doing? The let them theory. All right. To buy it from like a Barnes and Nobles is $30. It's a little bit cheaper to get it online. I've only been able to find a hardcover book. Okay, there we go. Grab the book. Let's talk about it. Charlene, I'm gonna sit down and kind of see if I can plan out a high level of where you want to be over the next month. But I don't wanna be too rigid so that if somebody pops in on a random Wednesday, they can still get meaning from it. So it won't be super rigid. It'll be high, like very high level. Okay. Also, I want you to get the book, people. So I'm not gonna be diving into every little detail of the book. She dropped some jewels you just don't want to miss out on. The conversation is just supposed to enrich your reading experience or your listening experience, those of you going to do the Audible. All right. All right, y'all. Whew. I did a mile and a half today, which is good. I will be back Wednesday, same time, same place. Where will I be? Friday, we're gonna start at like 6:50 a.m. I'm gonna be out of town for business, and then I'm gonna wrap up probably 7:30, 7:40 on the nose. Good morning, Sharon with AI Viz. Okay. Good morning. So Wednesday we'll be here 7:15 regular time. Friday I'm gonna be extra early. Okay. So that I can go to work. All right. So Friday, and I'll send a little email reminder that says, "Hey, I'm starting around 6:57." All right. You guys have a great day. I hope this conversation was meaningful for you. I want us to really walk away from people pleasing. It's keeping you from being the best in your business. I want us to walk away from the role comparison plays in our life. And I want us to walk away from having to explain and defend and prove that we have value when it's not necessary. Okay? All right? All right. Y'all have a great rest of the day, YouTube folks. Those of you who missed this call, I highly recommend that you go catch it on YouTube. It was a great conversation. All of the ChatGPT prompts will be on the YouTube channel and in the Morning Motivations community. Bye, y'all.